All right, Mastery Charter North, 2 p.m., Giant Center, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Saturday. State title on the line in Class AA, PIAA action. It is Aliquippa headed to that sweet part of the state. But before Nick Lakovich leaves, he's joining us at the club at Shadow Lakes to talk about that thrilling win against Lincoln Park. We'll get to that in a moment. It happened at the historic Matheny Fieldhouse on the campus of Geneva College in Beaver Falls. But he's historic, he's legendary. He's Bob Dvorak of that great American newspaper, the Post-Gazette, and the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. Thrill me. Let's go back in time. Aliquippa, Uniontown.
Well, back in the 60s, two of the premier programs around Uniontown with people like Stu Lance and Ron Sepik. And Aliquippa was just strong every year. And Aliquippa upset them, I believe, in the Whippeal finals. It was they were down 13 points at halftime and came back and Uniontown lost by a point. But boy, what a strong program! And those are the memories that I grew up at. And somehow this Aliquippa program just keeps rolling along. What's the secret? How do you keep doing it?
This guy is 58-1 as a coach, 29-0 this year. They're going back to the state championship game. As I said to you in the beautiful Jimmy Mag's restaurant, as you were so nice to join us before you headed to Hershey, where do you go from here, other than to the state championship game?
Well, that's a good question. We'll lose a lot of quality young men after this year, so we'll go back to the drawing board and time to develop some of the younger guys.
You got Jordan, you got Humphreys, obviously Kazon Pugh, but never did I expect 18.1 seconds left in the game. It's on the backs of a freshman, Davion Crute, uncontested, goes in for the layup. You get the win. Mike Byers, another great journalist from the Beaver, Allegheny County Times, who you know very well, wrote in his story today, maybe more exciting than the game that you played just a few weeks ago at the Peterson Event Center, against Lincoln Park.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it definitely was more exciting. It was competitive, right from the start, start to finish, and it was two teams throwing haymakers all night.
I mentioned about Jordan and Kazon Pugh and Humphreys, and of course we got to talk about Jeter. Where were those guys to where a freshman got his hands on a basketball? Little foul trouble?
On the bench, that's where they were. Humphreys, Jordan, and Crute's older brother
Robert
were both on. All three of them were on the bench and fouled. They fouled out actually.
Well, the Bambino is filming this video, my amazing producer at News Radio 1020 KDK. All of us here are just amazing fans of high school hoops. And Bob, when you think about great sports, you have to go back to Aliquippa, and you think of people like Ditka and so many others, Ty Law,
Dorsett.
Yeah, Dorsett, obviously went to Hopewell, but he lived in a duplex. Yeah. If he's on the other side, he's in Aliquippa. Darrell Rivas, just so many. I mean, I've talked to Mike Smianik about it. I've talked to so many others about it. What do you think really makes that place so special? Athletes that have really spanned generations, and they're just quality people.
You know what? I think a lot has to do with pride. Pride from being from Aliquippa, pride to live up to the standards that have been set by the generations before you. I know that's what drives me, and I'm sure that's what drives a lot of us.
What's your message to a team going into a state championship game? You want them to enjoy the moment, but you also want them to know, to appreciate the seriousness of the moment too.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's a whole lot we have to say. We were there last year. We've been through this. It's all it's kind of old hat. Just one thing we're missing is that state championship, and the guys know that, and we prepare as normal. No one's too high, no one's too low. I definitely think having made the run last year will help us out a lot this year.
You know how special it is to get to this level like you did last year, and now it's almost like a continuation to finish up the unfinished business.
Yeah, absolutely. I never expected to have another season this year like we had last year, but we'll take it.
Give us strength to your team.
Balance, the overall balance. We have solid inside guys. We have pretty good guards. We're not one dimensional by any means, and our adaptability. When another team throws us a curve, we adjust pretty good and keep it moving.
Get the team speed.
Yeah,
For
yeah, we
sure,
definitely have
yeah.
some of that. Yeah,
And you use that to pressure the other team. It's like,
yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Well, listen, we wish you the best. That's a big moment for these young men.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You see, that's why there's a journalist in the room, ladies and gentlemen. That was like I was watching the Bob Dvorak show. I loved it. Coach, anything you want to say to the fans out there? Because one thing I know, and I came here as I always do before I went over to Tommy Yankello's World Class Boxing in Ambridge. I drove down the main drag, the main street, Aliquippa, and I love the community. And folks, unless you've been there, you don't know how beautiful and wonderful the people are, the town is, the mayor, Dewan Walker. A lot of exciting things happening there, and I mean a lot of exciting things happening there. What's your message to those fans who are loyal to the red and black?
Hey, hope to see you on Saturday, and go Quips.
Hershey kisses all the way around. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Aliquippa Quips, Nick Lakovich, Bob Dvorak, and I at the club, the Shadow Lakes. Go Quips!